Good evening. I'd like to thank everyone for coming to the Jacksonville Environment and Appearance Advisory Committee. We'd like to call the meeting to order. Our first agenda is to adopt the agenda. Has everyone had a chance to look at it?
Yes.
Could I have a motion to adopt the agenda?
I make a motion to adopt the agenda.
Thank you, Grace.
Second.
Thank you, Linda. Okay, our minutes have been provided for you and they were sent via email. If you had a chance to read it, could we have a motion to adopt, correct, or reject the agenda?
I move that we adopt the agenda.
Thank you.
I second.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, I'm going to turn the meeting over right now to Dr. Angela Washington.
Good afternoon, everyone. I did not have an opportunity to be with everyone back in April during our City Arbor Day, so I want to thank all of those that was present in my stead and represented the city with our Arbor Day. Thank you so very much for continuing your services to the city of Jacksonville.
Welcome. You're welcome.
It's a very nice ceremony this year. Okay, now we're going to turn the program over to Mr. Kerry Terrell, and he's going to talk to us first about the New Bridge Streetscape.
At our last meeting, we went over briefly about the capital improvement plan, and it was very, very brief, but I wanted to give someone a really larger overview of the plan. And also, the members were interested in the New Bridge Streetscape that's going to be in progress at the end of this year. First of all, a capital improvement plan is a list of identified capital projects and acquisition needs over the next 10 years. And Wally Hanson, the Public Services Director, and his staff in engineering prepares that plan to be submitted to the council every fiscal year when we go through the budget. Capital projects are defined as major non-reoccurring investments in physical infrastructure and facilities that exceed $50,000 and require more than 12 years to complete. And that's what identifies a capital improvement project. As I indicated before, I think a lot of the members were interested in the New Bridge Streetscape and what was going to happen as far as that plan is concerned. I'd like to just go over that a little bit with you to give you a more information about that project. The city of Jacksonville's New Bridge Street has historically been known for its flooding in the roadways during a period of heavy rain. And as you can see, it's outlined, this is the part of New Bridge Street that's going to be renovated and reconstructed into the new streetscape. You're going to find that it's going to be very interesting because it will provide for sewer pipe replacements, larger stormwater pipes to reduce flooding, ADA implementations for people to traverse a little bit more freely, sidewalk improvements, new street lighting, and new traffic signals. Utility wires will be placed below ground. There'll be designated loading zone areas. And this is a project that is done in 2 phases for a total of $2.58 million. The estimated start date is December 1st of 2022, and the reasoning being, I think everybody's sort of familiar with how long it takes to get materials and so forth gathered together in order to do the project, and that's one of the reasons why it's estimated that December 1st of 2022 will be the start date for this project. The pros to the project is that, like we've just mentioned, it reduces flooding, reduces utility interruptions due to pipe breaks. Streetscape improvements will hopefully increase private investors' confidence in the area and provide redevelopment in the downtown area. And plus, it's a safety travel path for pedestrians. Again, this is what the phases will look like. Phase 1 would be improvements from Warlik Street to Hearth Street. Phase 2 is from Hearth Street to Johnson Boulevard. And the estimated construction time is about 18 months. As you can see in the pictures that we've provided, the landscaping that will be done along New Bridge Street, it's going to be, in my opinion, very scenic. Something that I think the city will be proud of once it's finished. As you can see, it has mediums that are going to be landscaped, which is going to provide a very aesthetic appearance for the downtown area. Again, you can see where the landing zones are, or the loading zones are for the businesses along that area. Again, landscaping that will be provided for the business customers along that area. This is from Bordeaux to Warlik Street. There'll still be the same type parking in that area. But again, I think you're going to find that it's going to be more pleasing to the eye when the landscaping and stuff is completed in that area. This is just an artist's rendition of how that intersection where Bayshore Boulevard and New Bridge Street intersect. As you can see, the street lights, the landscaping that's going to be done along in that area. I think with the completion of the project, the city should be very, very proud of what's going to be done as far as that is concerned. There has been already some renovations in that area. If you've been on New Bridge Street, I think in front of Boomtown, you can see where they have redone the sidewalks, and it looks very good as far as the appearance is concerned. Does anyone have any questions about that? I know that was brief, but it is an expensive project. The city is putting a lot of effort and money into redoing and redeveloping downtown Jacksonville. So I think, again, and I want to reiterate this, we need to thank the council, time and effort that they put into doing this. And I think it's going to be a huge improvement to downtown.
What is the occupancy of those buildings? 80% full, 50% empty, or what in that particular area there?
I can't, I would just speculate. I really can't tell you, but I'm thinking the purpose of doing this is kind of put more life in the downtown area. And I think if you see what it is going to look like, or the artist rendition of what it's going to look like, I just can't help but think that it's going to improve and increase the businesses in the downtown area. Whether it's a large department store or a small mom and pop type business, I just would be willing to bet that it is going to be a significant improvement, and it is going to bring downtown redevelopment to light.
I know the Children's Museum has been a big help. I mean, it's very nice. If you haven't been there, you should go.
Yeah.
It's really, it's A1 inside.
Yes.
It's very nice.
All right, I'd like to turn it over to Derek so Derek can talk to you about Adopt a Program update.
Thank you, Carrie. I'd like to thank you all for taking your time out of your schedules today to come share your time with us tonight. This committee's level of participation has been appreciated, and so thank you again for your time tonight. Since our last meeting, we've had one additional organization volunteer to adopt a street. This organization adopted to ETA Lambda Kappa Omega. Railroad Street and Wellingham Parkway in the downtown area, and that's a 3-year agreement that'll expire in May of 25. So what I see now is the downtown area is well represented, especially now, and especially with the efforts of this committee and the efforts to keep our downtown area looking good. I'd like to thank everyone that showed up for our last cleanup, which was I think April 30th. Yep, April 30th. So that went well, and we've done it a couple times now, and I think we've got it down to a science to about an hour of your time on a Saturday morning. So I'm very, very pleased with that. Looking ahead at maybe our next planned cleanup, July 30th. It's the last Saturday in the month of July, and it's 3 months from our previous cleanup. Unless someone wants to recommend an alternate date, I'd be more than happy to entertain it. Okay, and then the last note I have representing the city's adoptive program, Mr. Wheeler has been helping me out. I'd like to thank Pat Donovan Brandenburg for allowing me some of her resources and a couple interns and helping me get down some of the old signs from expired adoptions and agreements that are no longer to date. So he's been there. We're not done. We're not even halfway done, but there's several around town, and they're starting to come down now. So we're making some headway there. Any questions for the city's adoption program? Thank you.
And in echoing Derek's comments about the cleanup, I mean, I think we've done a really good job. If you drive down College and drive down Court Street, you know, it looks pretty good. The committee has done an excellent job of taking care of the streets that they've indicated that they're going to take care of, and it's kudos to everyone that's participated in Saturday, taking their time to go out and clean that area up. Okay.
I think we've got some positive vibes back from the community too. When we're out there, people walking by and passing, but driving by, you know, the smiles and the waves. So I think it's well received.
As you know, part of the committee's responsibility is to take a look at the cleaning green around the community. And we sent the information out to all the committee members to vote on some residences that we felt were noteworthy as far as the Clean and Green Awards are concerned. This is the first place winner according to the votes that were sent in by the committee members. It's, as you can see, it's 104 Cardiff Court. That's the first place, and it looks very nice. The second place, there's a tie for second place. This was 100 Acorn Court. Again, nicely manicured, bright flowers. It looks very, very good as far as the community in the area is concerned. The other second place tie was 204 Jamestown Court. Again, very nicely manicured and neat. Third place was 203 Bethesda Court. Okay, and those we'll be in touch with the members of the residents there in order to try to get the awards to them so that they can be appreciative of the awards and the recognition that the committee has given them. Okay.
Are they being awarded in front of city council anymore?
As far as I know, we're not awarding them in front of city council anymore, but we do get in contact with the residents to come by and take pictures. Some want to, some don't want to, but we make sure that they do get their certificates and so forth.
Was there any reason why we don't do it in front of city council anymore? I think we used to do it every time in front of city council, and the residents liked it. I think it brought a lot of attention
Yes.
on
So
television
I
and
can
stuff.
certainly take that back to the council, but a lot of things changed when COVID started, and then when the mandates were lifted, and then the numbers came back, and then the mask mandate came back, but still things were in operation. Some things were not fully put back in place, but that is certainly something that I can take back to the council to determine whether or not moving forward, if this is going to be something that we're going to implement back, or if there are changes, the reason why the changes are going to occur. But I'll take that back to council.
But it's a good thing for our residents, I think, to get involved and be noted, you know, by our city council people.
Yes.
I think it's very noteworthy
Yeah.
to do it.
And I agree, and COVID has changed a lot of people's lives and how we do things. So we thank Dr. Washington for taking this back to the council and see if we can maybe get it initiated again.
I know the past year, we have struggled a little bit to get folks in to actually give them the award. But hopefully, you know.
They didn't have no problem when they had to come up here to get it. They were proud to do it, you know, the mayor and all the council people there and get the notoriety of it being on G10.
Yes.
It was very well received. So,
I'd like to talk a little bit about Arbor Day celebration, which was at Northeast Creek Park on April 29th. And I think, as each of you know, Jacksonville has had a long tradition of observing Arbor Day and supporting beautification efforts. A long line of impressive citizen volunteers have served to lead, advise, advocate, and do hands-on work to advance efforts that improves the appearance of our city. We provide the opportunity for individuals to honor their loved ones through our Memorials and Honors program, to plant trees or contribute to our season's planting. Our Adopt a Park, Stream, or Street program enables neighbors and groups to build pride as they work together to keep their local areas clean and green. City staff, through sanitation, parks, stormwater education, and planning, work to ensure that our efforts are successful. And I'd like to just go over briefly some pictures that we have taken to our last Arbor Day celebration. Miss Betty, our chairman, did the welcoming comments. The proclamation was read by Miss Sunshine Williams. The tree poem, Grace. Honors and Memorial Program, Miss Saunders. And Tree City USA, Miss Henderson, she did that for us. Now, for you, those of you that don't know, this was our 42nd year being honored as the Tree City USA. And there's a lot of people that we've indicated work behind the scenes to get this done for us, especially Parks and Rec, especially, you know, these nice pictures and photos that we see. The media services people really do an excellent job of promoting, you know, the Arbor Day celebration and taking pictures that could be put on, I think, Facebook and so forth, so that people will see what's being done by the city. I think this is Miss Saunders and Rose Adams planting a tree, working very hard. Miss Keys.
Oh, she's overseeing. Dig deeper.
There you go. All right. Everybody needs a supervisor. Everybody needs a supervisor. And it was Mr. Lewis. Mr. Lewis was there supporting us. Okay. Miss Williams and guest. I do know, I think the lady, which I said guest, but I was not sure, her name was Georgia. I am not 100% sure of that, but she was very helpful, and she's one of the individuals that would like to be a part of this committee when an opening presents itself. This is the Arbor Day celebration for the city homeschoolers at Sturgeon City. They were a part of it. If you guys will go down to City Hall in the lobby, they have their pictures there of the pictures that they did for Arbor Day, which is very, very nice.
They're still on display.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the kids really take this very seriously. And that's what is down in our lobby.
nice.
Okay. All righty. Miss Betty, I'll turn it back over to you.
Thank you. You and Derek both did a great job tonight. Does anyone have anything that they'd like to discuss, bring up to the committee?
I have one comment. I was watching a program, and they said with all the technology, we should be using less paper. And I never thought of it that way. And by us using less paper, there will be less trees cut down. And I never gave it a thought because of the technology.
That's true. A lot of what the city is trying to do now is, you know, it's not when I first started working here where we were papered to death. A lot of things are being stored electronically, are being stored on Laserfish. So we are, in our slow, methodical way, moving in that direction of reducing the amount of paper that we use and kind of savoring the trees and stuff that provides oxygen for us to breathe each day.
And I can speak for like our department. I know when I first started working here, our work orders were paper. And that's how they were tracked, that's how they were archived. And it, you know, was an arduous task, you know, going back when you needed to research something. So we moved to Mobile 301, which is a electronic software system that our maintenance workers and employees can use even in the field on their smartphones. And there's a desktop module. So it's a program we've been using for a few years now, and so our work orders are completely paperless now. Now, we can print them out if we choose to, but it is 100% electronic.
It would be beneficial when the committee has the time to just take a tour of the departments and see a little bit about how they operate, because you'll realize that, you know, we are in the 21st century and we are taking advantage through council's help of some of the electronic efficiencies that we can use in order to make work a little bit better and a little bit smarter and a little bit easier for the employees. Okay.
Same with timesheets. We don't have timesheets anymore. So when I started, we were doing paper timesheets, and we've completely gone away from that too. So that's all done online now.
We may be kicking and screaming, but we are headed in the 21st century. As we sort of end our fiscal year for the city, at the next meeting, it may be beneficial for everyone kind of to think about the direction that we're headed in and where we want to go, and maybe for the August meeting, be prepared for, you know, some newer, better ideas of how to do things in different ways that'll benefit the city and maybe help the committee in promoting itself, okay?
Thank you. Our next meeting is scheduled for Thursday, August the 4th. With that, we'll go ahead and adjourn for the evening.
Motion
Need a
to adjourn.
motion? Thank you.